Today in your 2015 Subaru Outback, we're going to be taking a look at etrailer.com's folding and tilting cargo carrier. With a 500-pound carrying capacity, you can easily load this thing up and take almost all the gear that you would have in your vehicle, put it here at the back, and free up room for more passengers. We're able to clear out all the gear from our Outback and place it back here due to its 24 by 60 inch inner dimensions that we have to stack up our gear. Our gear is kept in place with the railing that goes all the way around the outside that is 6.5 inches tall, so it'll keep in those larger boxes or items you may have here from sliding around, and then you can strap all of your cargo down once you've got it loaded up with the various attachment points that we have located all around the edge of our cargo carrier. The mesh bottom keeps our cargo in place from falling through. It's also great for your smaller cargo, keeps that from falling through, but what it does let through is dirt and debris. So after you've hauled your cargo to your destination, sometimes you have to go through some off-trail roads, gravel roads, and there might be some dirt and debris on here. Unload it and just take a hose. It sprays right off and all the dirt and debris just falls through the mesh. Now I've got some measurements for you. From our bumper to the closest point here, it's at about 18 inches. And with 18 inches, we can be sure that our exhaust is at a far enough distance that it's not going to cause any damage to the components we have on our cargo carrier. You also want to keep in mind that when your cargo carrier is installed, it does add to the length of the vehicle. It's particularly important when changing lanes on the highway or during parking. From the bumper to the furthest point, we're at about 43 inches. From the ground to the furthest point at the back here, it's about 15.25 inches from the ground. Now we did mention that it's folding and tilt away. Both of those are done using the 2 pins here at the back. We're going to go ahead and take the top pin out first, and then we're going to support our cargo carrier and pull out the second pin. It can now tilt all the way down, because if you have a bunch of cargo on here all stacked up, it could potentially interfere with your liftgate opening. But with it tilted away, you can see here that we are going to have no overhang from our liftgate onto where our cargo is. So we can easily get here into the back, get whatever we need, close up our liftgate, and then we can lift our cargo carrier back up and re-secure it. Now since our cargo carrier is unloaded, I'm not going to put it back in the regular position. I'm going to put it in our storage position. So we're going to tilt it all the way up. We'll line up the hole here at the bottom, slide our pin in, and this will keep our cargo carrier stored in the upright position. The other pin that we removed, we can simply just put back in place here on top. We're now going to recheck our measurements in our storage position. Our closest point now is at 7 inches from our bumper. The furthest point is here at the back at about 17 inches. And our ground clearance from the furthest point now here at the back is 13.75 inches. The cargo carrier is held in place using the included anti-rattle bolt. It's similar to a regular hitch pin. It goes through our receiver and our cargo carrier, but it also threads into the cargo carrier, and when threaded down tight, it takes out any play, reducing any noise and vibrations that we would have transferred from our receiver to our cargo carrier. You'll also notice the sleeve here around the shank of our cargo carrier. Once you've got your hitch installed, you can take the sleeve, put it in place up against your receiver tube, and then tighten it down. This way, every time you take your cargo carrier out and put it back in, we've always got the right depth for our pinholes to line back up.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement.
And that completes our look at etrailer.com's folding and tilting cargo carrier on our 2015 Subaru Outback.